The right-wing NGO Regavim is using millions of state funds to file petitions against the government in the High Court of Justice, the state controller revealed in a special report on local government issues on Tuesday. Regavim said it is a major force in protecting and preserving Israel's state land, combating illegal construction throughout Israel, and defending Israel's natural resources against misuse and abuse. Be the first to know. Join our Facebook page. Function D S ID var JS FJS equal D get elements batag name S 0 if D get element bead ID return JS equal D crea telement S JS.id equal ID JSSRC equal / connect facebook.net /n_us /all JS number XFBML equal 1 and app ID equal 1634148068997 FJS parent node insert before JS FJS document script Facebook JS SDK. Most of its legal actions are filed against alleged illegal construction by Palestinians in the West Bank, Bedouins in the South and by East Jerusalem Arabs, or against the state for an alleged failure to evict them. In addition, Joseph Shapira said that there is an improper overlap of personnel between Regavim and the Binyamin Regional Council, who decides which NGOs are awarded funds and has been awarding Regavim millions. The report cites a similar problematic personnel overlap between the council and Horizon for Settlement, another NGO that the council has awarded significant funds to. Though not explicitly in the report, there have been media implications that a new bill, in which Bezalel Smotrich has proposed to trim the wings of the controller, was timed as payback for Shapira going after Regavim. The Bayat Yehudi MK helped found the NGO, though he is no longer formally involved. Neither Regavim nor Horizon for Settlement are actually named as such in the report, referred to instead as NGO A and NGO B, but the descriptions of their activities in the report outed the organizations, and Regavim have pushed back hard against the report's conclusions generally. The report also covers a range of possible crimes by workers in the Beit Shemesh municipality, construction violations in Herzliya, Raha, Ashkelon, and Bnei Brak, of violations by municipal corporation board members, use of public funds and of local government violations of citizens' privacy by improper use of their personal data. More specifically regarding the NGOs, the controller wrote that the council had stacked the process for awarding funds in favor of Regavim by tailoring its conditions for receiving funds to the NGO's work. From 2006 to 2012, the council's budget was NIS 1.2 billion. For example, the report said that the council set conditions for receiving funds including corporate bodies which act to preserve land and which take part in no fewer than 15 legal actions connected to this issue. In Regavim's requests to the council for funds in 2015 to 2016, it attached a list of 15 petitions to the High Court, all of which were filed by the NGO against the state. As such, the council in practice set filing petitions against the state as a condition for receipt of funds. Further, the report said, this raised difficulties since the state funds 62% to 67% of the council's budget, with Regavim receiving an average of NIS 460,000 each year from the council from 2006 to 2012. Regarding overlapping personnel, the council's head, Avi Rowe, as well as a key aide, were among the founders of Horizon for Settlement, and the aide was the head of Regavim since January 2010, said the report. Shapira wrote that the involvement of the council head and his aide in the two NGOs strengthens the suspicion that the conditions for funding set by the council were tailored to ensure that those specific NGOs would get the funding. The report said that Roa's participation in both the council and an NGO it funded was a clear violation of conflict of interest principles. The controller does not allege any scheme by Roa or the aide to enrich themselves. Shapira only said that state funds should not be used to fight state policies, and that conflicts of interest and improper procedures may carry unspecified consequences for Roa and his aide and may invalidate Regavim from continuing to receive funds from the council. The report also noted other violations in selecting vendors to provide busing and renovation services for which the vendors received around NIS 485 million, but without proper competitive bidding processes and proper legal sign-offs and oversight. Regavim responded to the controller's report with a detailed statement. While the Tel Aviv municipality spends hundreds of thousands of shekels of taxpayers' money each year funding radical, anti-Zionist organizations, including a host of organizations that support and defend illegal migrants from Africa, Doctors for Human Rights, performances of the Jaffa Theater that promote the Nakba narrative, and the Association of Civil Rights in Israel, ACRI, we at Regavim take pride in the fact that local authorities in Judea and Samaria actively promote the Zionist ideal of protecting state lands. It said. It continued, the High Court of Justice has long permitted local authorities and municipalities to support public activism in matters of national and local public policy, so long as the rules of proper governance are upheld. Moreover, it said, the insinuation that there is some improper connection between the support of the Binyamin local authority and the fact that Regavim's Director General served in the past as the assistant to the mayor is unfounded and indefensible. The Binyamin local authority is one of many municipalities that support Regavim's activities, some to a much greater extent.